Yeah. Welcome to episode what? Where we at? Episode what?
This guy, man.
Episode 4? I didn't start off right?
Yes, episode 4.
All right, Darwin.
Season 2.
Let me take it back.
4.
All right. We got to start it off right for Darwin. Y'all ready? Here we go. Welcome. This is season 2, episode 4 of the Tech Hustle. Cuatro. There we go. Cut. You got to be speaking Krill in the background for us, Raymond.
4.
Quick introduction of the crew. What's up, D Hustle? What's good?
What's going on, everybody?
All right. And then we got my main man, Raymond. Don't call him Ray. What's up, kid?
So what's up? Morning.
All right. We're about to jump into a conversation here. The music already died off a little bit.
Yeah,
Hit it back up,
kid. Right into it, baby. Stop playing around.
I feel you, though. We got a really tight show today. We have a few topics that we're going to cover, and I want to give y'all a quick rundown of what we already talked about in the background and give y'all some good insights into this world of technology and engineering here at the Tech Hustle.
Beautiful.
All right, so we got the quick team introduction that I don't know, D Hustle, you need another introduction? I know you like the mic shine, right? No? Nah, that's me, bro. Give me the mic. But I'm going to do a little tech talk. Today I'm going to be talking about the Linux boot process.
Okay.
We're going to dive a little bit deeper into this idea of what it is in terms of being an engineer and skill sets you need to develop as an engineer, especially after our last talk last week about decode. We're going to have D Hustle giving us some quick news. Raymond, don't call him Ray. My guy. He got some updates on a few good things. D Hustle come back with some sports, current events, some sponsorship,
Yes, sir.
and definitely big shout outs to our sponsors. And then I'll close us out for today. Well, let's give one for our shout out for our sponsors. Yeah, for sure. Definitely want to put in the plug real quick. Call to action here. I want y'all to follow us on all platforms: Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, We're out there on Twitter. I don't want to hear no excuses. Y'all can't find us because we on all podcast platforms. Look up the Tech Hustle. We here.
Look it up. And
let me throw another plug in there. We're building a community. Follow us on Discord. Come along. We got some really cool conversations going on, and we're really dropping some knowledge on tech. So
please send us.
Yeah, for sure.
I got a lot to say.
You didn't want the mic earlier. What do you mean you got a lot to say,
well,
D?
That depends on what they say.
I know you got something for us coming up soon. All right, so give me a little bit of intro for the tech talk. We're gonna jump into something real quick. What you got on the mic, kid?
What I got on the mic? Oh, man,
Yeah. Oh, my guy. That's what I'm talking about. Well, we're going to jump right into the tech talk, and we're going to be talking about something that we're carrying over from last week.
Okay.
So one cool thing about the Tech Hustle is that we definitely are for the culture, for the vibe, and we have more of the contents that we're going to go over, but remember, tech is foundational to what we're bringing to the conversation here. And last week I talked about something called decode.
Yes, sir.
I got a few good response from that.
I
had some peers in the industry really hit me up and be like, yo, what you talking is some good ish. You need to say it louder so everybody else can hear it.
Say it louder.
That's what I'm about to do, you know what I'm saying? But big shout outs to all the people that, definitely show some love.
Shout outs to them.
Mention the feedback from last episode, and definitely inspiring me to really dive even deeper into the concept of engineering and technology. More specifically, today we're going to talk about systems engineering and something that I question engineers whenever we go through an interview process.
What's your question then?
So the cool thing about being a systems engineer is that we like to dive deeper into concepts, not just know how to do it, but really know how to do it or how it works, right? And one of the things that I ask engineers whenever I'm interviewing, especially for systems engineering roles, this is systems administration, DevOps, even site reliability engineering roles. There's a question that I always ask is like, hey, can you describe to me what the Linux boot process is? Now, the reason why I'm asking this question or showcasing this question is based on our conversation last week. We're not using like a decode, prompt, write some code, but I'm actually want to hear you talk about tech.
Right.
This is how I know if you're really down or you really understand what's going on, by asking you questions like that, the Linux boot process. And we're actually going to walk through it because it looks like it's about 8 steps. And this is the part of the conversation that I'm hoping that people get some nuggets on the level of engineering that we bring to the table. So give me a round of applause for those that still tuned in. Let's get at it. Let's get at it. All right. So when I asked this interview question, what is the Linux boot process? And follow us on our newsletter, another plug. I follow this other newsletter. It's called Byte Go. And they are really publishing some really cool content. So much so that I'm going to be running some workshops talking about this stuff even more, but I'm going to give you all a quick sample of what the Linux boot process is, an interview question, but also how I expect people to respond to it if you're interviewing for a systems engineer, DevOps, and, system administrator position. All right. So when you press the button on a computer, right?
Which button?
The power button, the one in the front.
Let's be clear, because
I got
sometimes
you. The one that you're going to see a little blue or green light spinning up, right? And general, just igniting the computer to start up.
Right.
And one of the things that is really cool about defining what this process is, especially during the interview, is let me know how much you really know. Because the first thing that happens when you press that power button is that you have something on the computer called a BIOS. You ever heard of that before? Yes. That's like a little mini computer that holds basically a small little operating system that basically boots up the computer and tell the computer where to find the first location of the boot order and or what devices to boot off of. Now, some newer versions of hardware may have something called a UEFI, which is very similar to a BIOS. And more or less is just going through the process of posting. Basically, that's the power on self-test. I don't know if y'all ever experienced this, especially if you've ever taken the A+ and done some, hardware administration. If you've ever accidentally put computer parts in the wrong position and you start the computer up, it starts to beep. It goes beep. And it's basically saying like, hey, I can't do a successful boot and or post, which is like, hey, power on self-test, test all the components, test the memory, test the network, test the CPU, just testing that everything is in the right place. And if you can't get past that first step, the computer will not turn on. All right.
Interesting.
So after it goes to the BIOS and goes to the boot process, more specifically the post, it moves on to defining where the operating system loading image is. And this is more or less usually on the local hard drive. So inside of a computer, you have a hard drive. And inside that hard drive, there's a certain section on the actual hard drive that is dedicated for the bootloader. Okay. Now, this specific bootloader is telling the computer like, hey, where do I find my operating system? But also load any extra drivers that I might need because I got some extra connections. Maybe I got 10 network connections, 2 network connections. Maybe I have this PCI device that needs an extra driver, or I have some RAID controllers that need the drivers before I load the operating system. But more specifically, this bootloader image is located at the beginning of the hard drive. But the cool thing about computers is that you can boot from a hard drive or you can boot from a USB drive. You ever seen that before? Somebody pop in a USB. So you can pop in a USB, turn your computer on, and then your computer boots up to that USB. And it's because the operating system or the bootloader is on that USB. And then another one that we use in a corporate, more or less when you're building large data centers and a lot of computers, is you use something called like a Pixie boot. Now this is booting across the internet, or not the internet, you could boot across the internet, but booting across your internal network. Basically your internal network has the bytes that you need for the operating system to load, and then you can boot that way.
Got it.
Now, once you get past this boot loading process from powering on, doing a BIOS, post, and finding the device that has your bootloader, is you actually load up the kernel. Now, the kernel, if you're not familiar with that, is the low-level interface for user space applications to access low-level kernel APIs, like accessing devices, accessing network devices, drivers, being able to do system calls and things like that. But you specifically need a kernel to be able to access that. Most of us don't even recognize it. And I'll tell you when you see it. You ever boot up, especially if you have a Mac, you ever boot up your Mac and then all of a sudden you see the Mac logo there and it just turning and loading and loading and loading before the screen pops up for you to log in? That loading is basically the kernel loading in the background. They're just not showing you all of the things that it's doing. Windows has the same thing too. When you boot up a Windows computer, it kind of have like a Windows logo that constantly loads until it gives you the prompt. But more or less what's going on in the background there is services are starting up, applications are starting up, and one of the last applications that start up is that login screen for you to log into the computer. Now, I'm briefly summarizing a few cool things about the Linux boot process, but one of the ones that I always listen for during an interview is to see if they know what the subsystem and or the init system is that boots up a computer. So back in the days, we used to use something called System 5, which had a very serialized boot order. It actually booted everything in a serialized way versus what we use now, which is a really cool tech called System D. Now, if you're not familiar with systemd, definitely check it out online. It basically streamlines the boot process so that multiple services can start up at the same time, but more or less you're able to manage it in a more aggregated way. It's really cool. I remember working in the environment when they first came out, or when I was working at the keyboard when it first came out. I hated it, but now I actually really I really like it. I don't know if I love it yet, but I like it better. But systemd is really cool, and it has a lot of cool subsystems. And then the last process is the bootloader, or actually the login screen. So whenever that Apple sign goes away and then you're finally able to log in, or on a Linux computer, you actually get a prompt for you to type in your username and password.
Right.
That means the computer has loaded and you're ready to actually take action.
So what happens if it's been taking a long time for it to load?
Oh, that's a good question. It's usually something inside the logs and or the screen, the diagnostic screens, because when the kernel or when the computer boots up, it likes to throw a lot of messages on the screen so you can see what's going on, so that if you do have any issues, you can diagnose it right away.
I always thought it was a battery issue.
That's the first thing is a battery issue?
First thing is a battery.
That's the first thing you take. Technically, the BIOS, that little computer that's on a computer, requires a battery. So I don't know if you've ever seen it on a motherboard. There's like this little round battery. That battery is specifically for the BIOS, so that the BIOS can load up and also have that stuff in memory.
Interesting.
Yeah. So we're coming to the end of just talking about the boot process. But the key thing here is that if y'all go back and listen to what I'm talking about, this is the level of tech that I'm always looking for. Enjoyable bars, right? They're not ready for it yet.
They're not ready for it.
I don't even think they see it yet. But once they go back and watch the recording.
Bring my guy out. Kid.
You know?
He's on fire right now.
For sure.
Let him know what's going on.
I appreciate the love, D. But in general, I just want to inspire you all to really dive deep in engineering, dive deep in the tech that you're working in, really understand what's going on, so that when you go and talk to these people about a job opportunity and or leveling up at your current position, you can really, really showcase them where you're at in your journey. So big shout outs to the person that told me, hey, why don't you go talk a little bit more tech? Let's take it up a notch.
I don't know who you are, but we do appreciate you.
We definitely do appreciate you. It's actually a mentee of mine. Big shout outs to Trayvon. What's going on, player?
Trayvon is in the house. Now the name comes out.
Yeah.
Trayvon is in the house.
What's going on? All right. So if y'all interested in following along a little bit more about learning the specific boot process about Linux, subscribe to our newsletter. This is another plug. I'm waiting for y'all to pull up. We're trying to up our numbers, and we dropping gems on a daily basis. So, or actually on a monthly basis. I apologize. Right, Raymond? Raymond running our newsletter.
Monthly.
I forgot Raymond was here. Raymond, say something. Talk to me.
Question for you, Bobby,
Okay, what
about
up?
the Linux. Is Unix, is that the same thing? Linux and Unix, or is
So the thing about Unix is maybe more considered the foundation to the operating system style. And when they actually created Linux, the reason why they created Linux is because you had to pay to get Unix. So they were like, hey, why don't we create an open source operating system based off of the Unix operating system, and we're going to call it Linux. So that's why it kind of favors each other. In terms of commands, the use case, Bash is obviously one of the foundational things that you have on Unix and Linux machines, but they are totally different operating systems.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was always curious about that, if it was like a different flavor or if they're the same thing.
Yeah, they're definitely different flavor. One is more proprietary, but Unix in general, you can find it out in the open source, but Linux is more of an open source operating system. And let me tell you, most of the world's computing power runs on Linux. Right. Y'all don't know like the amount of computers that run Linux, and that's why I always promote this as a skill for y'all to develop, because hey, if y'all looking for a job, why not find a job in something that nobody else knows that it's out there and it's well used, because every computer, I mean, even Androids is running Linux. Okay. Right? Mac computers, they're running a Linux type operating system, or more closer to a Unix operating system. But more in general, that skill set is something that I want the community to get familiarized with. Systems administration, Linux administration. But holla at your boy, because I'm trying to level everybody up.
So let me give you something here I had a long time ago.
What up, D?
Maybe like 5-7 years ago when I heard about Linux. I was like, damn, I've seen Linux before and worked with Linux before. But here's the thing. There's two different types of Linux back in the days that I was looking. There was a Linux. I used to go to Orlando consistently to take the kids to Disney and shit. And there used to be a bus service called Linux that drives from one port to another location, And then when I heard a guy, was like, hey, I was there. I was on Linux, et cetera, et cetera. I was like, is this guy talking about the bus? It's like, he in the bus. He's working with computers. He's talking about working in a bus company. Like, is this? I'm serious. And then I got down further on. I was like, No, it's actually a software that they
Correct.
use. It ain't a bus thing. Where the heck did you get this bus idea, Linux? But it just didn't matter. It didn't.
Didn't
2
connect.
+ 2 wasn't there for
Yeah,
me.
yeah, I feel you.
So that's crazy.
Well, I'm excited you leveling up and really just, letting
exactly.
people know, hey, it's all right if you don't know it.
I didn't know.
Question it, and then you get some more clarity.
Always
and guess
ask
what?
questions.
Always ask questions. All right, now, so thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Tech Talk. We're definitely looking forward to continue this conversation. Follow us.
We all appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, D. It sounds like you up next, player. What's good with you, man?
No, I got something. I'll save the best for last at the end. But did you hear about Google having the biggest AI launch of the year?
Wow.
It's supposed to be coming, but it's not far enough yet.
They chasing, bro. Google. Let me tell you, Google. And this is the funny thing. AI, the idea of language models and how language models run now is based off a Google research paper that Google did.
Yep.
They actually had a team under their Google X project that does something called DeepMind. They basically created one of the first AIs to beat everybody in a game called Go. It's like a chess game.
Go.
I don't know if that's the intro for it, but that's the Pokemon one, right? But in general, the AI learned how to play so well that it beat a grandmaster of that game Go. So they are for sure very familiar with this space, but for some reason it feels like they've been left behind. So they finally going to come out with something or take it to the next level?
Could be.
Yeah, because I mean, remember, was it last year? Remember, Darwin? Didn't they have like the gentleman in there that kind of went and spilled the secrets about how the AI was so real, and they ended up firing this guy? So then they just kind of went off and got left behind, and then ChatGPT just kind of stole the show, and it sounds like they're trying to get back in the game now. So
I will say that they've been laying low for a reason, and I think this might be one of the times for them to announce some big stuff.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah.
But do you think AI has been in the game for a long time? We just now recently figuring out. Have you ever seen that movie War Games?
Yeah,
Yes.
I remember that. Yeah,
With
yeah.
that freaking computer just starting to
Take over,
try to
right?
take over.
Yeah, for sure,
That shit
man.
reminds me of that, man. That's some scary stuff.
I
That's
gotta see when
crazy.
that movie was made.
Yeah, I think it was like in the 80s, no?
it was.
Yeah, 82.
Me too.
Wow. Oh, no, I'm sorry. 83. I apologize. 1983. I was 1 year. That star was born already,
Yeah.
bro. I was already on this planet.
I hear you. Yeah,
But
man.
it's kind of crazy that those type of movies were already created, and now we're in this era where we really do have computers that potentially could do this.
Yep.
For sure. So what's next up on the list, player?
Mr. Nuggets guy.
Ooh, we coming up to Raymond. Don't call him Ray. What's up, Raymond Nuggets? What's up, player?
What's up, Bobby? What's up, D?
What's going on there, player?
All right. So I don't know if you guys heard. You saw the announcement there, Mr. Elon Musk himself.
This
Finally, right after since 2019, this is not a myth anymore. It looks like the Cybertruck is real and it is
I knew
coming
it.
out.
Yeah.
Knew it.
And my son is already telling me this is the best car you need to get.
No way.
Yeah, he's all just sending
That's
the videos.
Justin. Justin is the one that's
He's-
definitely giving me.
Yeah.
I love Justin in the background motivating you,
It's
kid.
just, Dad, this is the car you need to get. It's the best. It's faster than the Porsche 911. So, but yeah,
I think he's seen that clip. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Which one he saw?
Well, there's a clip out there right now that the Cybertruck, actually one of my favorite cars, a Porsche GT3, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know why they didn't put the RS in there, but anyway, that's another story. How the truck is hauling a Porsche,
Hauling a Porsche.
and the GT3 is on the left-hand side by itself, and it beats the GT3.
Wow. So
Pull it
it's
up. I gotta pull it
towing another car, and it's racing another Porsche, and the Cybertruck came out on top.
Yes.
yeah. So that was enough for my son to tell me that, Dad, you need to get the Cybertruck. So
And you know what? We had talked about it last week in terms of just the shape, the look of it, or a few weeks ago. I don't know if I'm ready for Demolition Man, bro.
Oh shit.
I don't know if I'm ready.
I'm gonna have to be Wesley Snipes.
you know what? I was like looking at this thing. It's ugly. I'm not. But after watching the video and the promotions, I'm like, and I'm all into it now.
I apologize. It's a Porsche 911. Let me get.
He
the
beat up a
video.
Porsche 911?
911.
Oh.
Let me go ahead and bring you. Give you this here. Real
Yeah,
quick.
share the link real quick with me. Let me pull it up on the big screen.
Share the link. But yeah, back to.
Yes. What do you guys think? It's like 3 flavors that are coming out.
Is there 3 flavors?
Yes. So
That's what's
there's
up.
It ain't 31 Baskin Robbins, baby. I'll tell you one thing.
What? I mean, it's gonna be crazy if in general,
check that out.
they come out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a
flavors.
truck guy, but I'm intrigued though, Bobby. I'm intrigued.
You are intrigued?
I'm intrigued.
I want Bobby just to visualize it here.
All right, here we go. We're gonna play it real quick.
He might have to get something different here.
Yeah.
We'll put the link in the newsletter. The Tesla's at the line. What is it called? Cybertruck?
Cybertruck pushes the Porsche 911.
The green Porsche 911 with a camera on the outside.
You don't get me wrong.
I mean, it got some get up though. I'm not gonna front. And guess what? The whole video. The whole video, they didn't even show that it was towing the car until the end of the video.
The end of the video.
That is what's up, bro.
I think it was the drive. I think the Porsche could have took it. I don't know.
I know you would have took it.
I would have took it.
If you had the 240, it would have been a wrap.
Guarantee. A done deal for him.
Oh boy, but yeah, we'll make sure we keep that post that link for y'all to check a look at it.
That's crazy.
But big ups to Elon and manufacturing this Cybertruck.
Oh, I'll talk about Elon, man. Did you guys hear that the CEO of Amazon is investing in SpaceX?
What?
I guess they want to get like.
So Jeff is gonna go invest in it?
Yeah, Jeff. I call him Benzo. You know, it's Benzo.
I saw that. Yeah. So
what do you think about that, Raymond?
that was interesting because those two are always going at it. They're very competitive. So like Doran was saying, it looks like the Amazon CEO, his space company, they're going to use Elon Musk's, what is it called? SpaceX to bring up some satellites.
Wow.
So I guess they're both going to be in the business of trying to.
I low key feel like they've been playing this game with each other to see who can outperform and shooting things up in space. And it sounds like SpaceX is winning this, huh?
Well,
Yes, it is.
They are going to be in a partnership. They're going to use their services. So they both are going to be giving out the satellite internet. So
wow, yo, that's the next big business. I know we had talked about it briefly last week, but Starlink and now Amazon's getting into this.
Yes, sir.
I guess Amazon's a little late, don't you think? Starlink has been ahead of the game.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with Pepsi, right? Coca-Cola exists and Pepsi still came out, right?
That's true. That's true.
So somebody else need to give them some competition, and if anybody could, Jeff could definitely afford it for sure.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. Two competitors there. They are actually going to be doing business together.
Yeah. Well, big shout outs to them and see.
Those damn Cybertrucks, I'll tell you, bro.
Yeah.
It looks, have you seen the one with the Cybertruck that the guy, it was bulletproof?
I saw that.
Shooting it with a machine gun on it.
Oh, word?
Like it's bulletproof. Like who the fuck are we trying to fight? Like,
that's why I said it's Demolition Man all over again. It's like we're getting ready for something, bro.
No paint on it or anything. It's like some kind of special metal. It's
it got night vision too, I bet you.
I get it. I get it. Bulletproof?
Yeah,
that's
a
my
bit
concern. I'm like, come on, man.
That's a bit
Does
much.
Eli know something I don't know about? Let me be prepared.
So Raymond, you definitely gonna cop one because if the lights go off, I'm coming to your house, bro.
Yeah,
you can get in the Cybertruck.
Like 80 to 100 grand, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
Cybertruck.
The Cyber Beast is the top of the line. That one's $100 grand.
100 grand.
Entry level is 50,000, and then they got a mid level that's like.
So entry level doesn't come with bulletproof. I just want to make sure.
Well, you know, so,
entry level just come with tape on it.
I mean, is now Eli watching freaking Scarface movies when he says when Tony went to the dealership and bulletproof that.
Yeah.
What's going on here? Is he taking clips from every movie now?
He said wrote off the manufacturing floor with bulletproof.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Another 30 grand bulletproof. Like,
yeah, for sure. And I bet you those windows got some weight on it too.
It's a heavy car.
Yeah, for sure.
So I guarantee. I'm thinking that it is almost compatible to the Hummer H1.
Yeah, that's a good comparison.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he's late, because you got Ford's got an electric truck and you got the other electric truck company that's out there. I can't think of their name.
Yeah.
But we'll see how the Cybertruck does.
Everybody's competing. Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
So what else you got going on in Nuggets, Raymond?
Another thing that dropped last night.
Hold on. Give me music. There we go. Go ahead. What's up, player?
Or any gamers or anything, but Rockstar, which is a software company that makes Grand Theft Auto, has been teasing us for the last 12 years. This has been like a myth now if this thing is real. And finally, they dropped the GTA 6 trailer last night.
This holiday,
so
unforgettable.
That brought Twitter up in arms and everybody else, and I sent the clip to my son, and then you watch the clip, and then at the end it says
What?
It's coming out in 2025. Not only have they been teasing us for 12 years and everybody thought this was fake, this is never going to happen, and we are getting hyped and excited, not for a game, for a trailer.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm a little disappointed. I don't know, Darwin, you got any thoughts on this? Or I still think it's a lie.
I was
still don't think it's coming
excited, but then I was not excited, if that makes sense. Because how you gonna get me crazy? But let's be realistic. It's almost 2024.
Yeah.
Let's be realistic. Why would you tease us?
Yeah. For a whole
trailer
year.
for 2025.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That doesn't make no sense.
it doesn't. They've been teasing us for 12 years. I didn't think this thing would ever come
I don't
out.
even know. They're trying to get recognition now. I mean,
I don't know. It's kind of I don't know. They're definitely marketing.
Yeah,
and
of
if
course.
they keep your eyes on it from now until it comes out, just imagine.
You have clips. You have little trailers.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
doesn't mean that the game is like
For
done.
sure, it doesn't mean that it's done.
It doesn't mean it's coming out for real. Like I said, it's been 12 years.
You
so-
worried that you're getting clips and it still don't even come out.
Correct. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
And then, looking at the trailer, it looks like it's back in Miami. So just looking at it, I mean, I can't tell. I don't know, Darwin, if you looked at the trailer or not, but it looks like it's back in Miami, which is exciting.
Yes,
but,
yes, it is.
Yeah.
Miami Beach, actually Wynwood.
man,
It's in Wynwood.
so-
If you look at the trailer in there, it's funny. You see some girls bouncing their butts on top of the car. There's some other people doing some wheelies and stuff like that. And they're turning on a spot. I think it's a spot in Wynwood that they're turning to. Place looks so familiar, but I guess they did in Miami.
Yeah, I mean, but what is the state of gaming that
Yeah.
we are getting excited for a trailer? Not a game, guys. A trailer. I
It's
mean,
all
Yeah, that's
anticipation, bro. That's what it really is.
But this is the sad state of gaming, though, that we're getting excited for a trailer. Not a game, a trailer.
I mean, but
Talking about practice.
they're
not
gonna
the
have
game.
Justin's gonna be hooked for a whole year waiting for it.
Oh, yeah.
He's got it on his calendar right now.
Oh, yeah. He's-
Justin just skipped over 2024 and circled 2025.
He said the game comes out in November. I'm gonna bother my dad in June.
Yeah, you
To
know.
make sure he is aware of the situation.
For sure.
Yeah.
Big shout outs to Justin Simillion. What's up, player?
Justin,
Yo.
going on?
Angie, I see you too.
see you,
Princess Angie, what's good?
If you want to get rid of that car, let me know, Justin. I'm here for it.
That's hilarious. Yo, we gotta bring that up next week. Raymond got some HOA complaints that we're gonna get the audience to help us answer this.
HOA.
Yeah, for sure. We will write that
Bastards.
down for next week.
I hear you.
All right. So Raymond, thank you so much. Let's give Raymond a little outro.
Check out the trailer.
Thank you so much, Raymond. We really appreciate you playing.
Always here. You always get the best nuggets here, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know by Raymond,
Raymond's
you
Nuggets.
know him now.
Just don't call him Ray Ray.
Just don't
though.
call him Ray.
Just don't call him Ray Ray.
I hear you.
What's going on, D Hustle? Let me see. I got something on my computer here. Let me see if
you
that comes through at all. We got some breaking news.
Holy
D Hustle with his intro music. What's
Crap.
going on, D?
live in WPGNY.
Here at the Tech Hustle.
Here at the Tech Hustle. Anyway, did you hear about Spotify cutting 17% off of the latest round
Of layoffs.
tech layoffs?
Yeah, this is something for our tech community. Keep your eyes open. Keep
Yes.
your ears to these streets. Loyalty to companies. You see where they at because they cut people like it ain't nothing. You know
And
what
if you
I'm
don't know the CEO, his name is Daniel Ek. In case you didn't know who was the staff of Spotify.
saying?
All right.
So yeah, unfortunate situations that are coming on. We want to send all our condolences out to the
Right
teams.
before the holiday.
Yeah, right
That's-
before the holidays.
That's cool.
That's terrible.
He's trying to get his bonus. That's what it was. Right there.
He literally in the article is talking about that they want the numbers to look better,
But
What
what
numbers?
better
like the end of the quarter numbers.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, they're
That's
trying to break
terrible.
some. I don't know, but
serious?
all right. You got something funny?
For the
I need to laugh a little bit. I'm sorry about all those
For
that
the
are dealing with
numbers,
this.
I just heard they did a phenomenal thing because delayed due to what's her name again? Fucking Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift is the cause.
I guess she did phenomenal for Spotify. I
Uh-huh.
guess that's why they started laying more. That's another reason why they started laying off more people.
What?
Really? What
Yeah.
does she have to do with laying people off?
I don't know.
She's bringing more income in. I
Is
don't
she
know.
bringing more income?
I don't know.
Yeah, I got a beef too with Spotify. Pay the artists a little bit more. Pay them a little bit more.
Facts.
go.
Facts.
Let's
I
get
saw
that.
an article where the average Spotify employee makes $10,000 a month,
Grip.
and
way.
the artist has to stream so many millions of streams just to make like minimum wage.
Yeah.
So come on, Spotify here.
Yeah.
I mean, just from the research I've done, I've heard that Apple Music and YouTube Music pays double
No
Wow.
way.
Spotify pays the artist. So
Hold on for a second.
yep. So
Give it to them again.
Apple Music and YouTube Music pays double what Spotify pays the artist. Do better, Spotify.
Yeah,
That's
for sure.
crazy.
Good catch, D. I mean, Raymond. Appreciate that.
That is crazy.
So what else we got going on? I know that there's another situation you was telling me about earlier.
God, bro. All right, so let's check this out. There's a young lady.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, special shout out to the lovely woman in Massachusetts by the name of Desiree Fortini Craft of Hyde Park. Won the scratch off. You know what she did?
What she do when she won it?
She won millions of dollars in scratch off. And then went and took a vacation.
Wow.
She stored the ticket in her wallet. Went on vacation.
Wow.
Now, the vacation is, you think it's a regular vacation. She was going to Aruba.
Whoa.
All right, let's be realistic here.
Okay.
All right.
But the situation that's hilarious here is that she didn't go
No,
cash
she
the
didn't
check.
cash it out. She said, I'm going on vacation first. Right? I'm going to enjoy, celebrate with my husband or whoever she's with. And came back and cashed out.
Wow.
Yo,
That's what's up.
Gotta give her.
100.
Wow.
That's boss moves right there.
But here's the thing.
Let's
She
analyze
won
it.
twice.
What?
This is her second time winning.
Yo, we need to go to the grocery store where she's getting a scratch
That's what I
off
said
something.
too. Here it goes right here. Massachusetts lady won a second round lottery ticket. Desiree, right? Did a grand prize of $25 million according to Massachusetts State Lottery
million. Wow.
News. She is $1 billion extravaganza. So she spent $50. So $25 is her ticket. 25 last time. I don't know how much she won. And then this time she won 25
mil.
Some people get all the luck.
Yeah, I mean that's wild. But give her a big round of applause. That
Round of
consistency.
applause. I need to know exactly, like you said, where is she cashing these tickets? Well, I need to get a ticket too.
But the biggest boss move for me is like, yo, imagine if you won the lotto, right? And you already got your trip booked, right? And you stressed out, hey, I paid for this trip, but you're excited about the trip and you go get your ticket and then you walk away and be like, you know what? I'm just still going to go enjoy myself. I'm not going to come back to this job after I'm done vacationing.
Yep.
I'm going to go cash this thing and we're going to be set. Like, that's a boss move right there.
That is a boss move.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to Desiree. Just let me know where you get that so I can try to cash out too.
D also trying to catch one too. I feel you, player. I feel you.
But yeah, other than that, besides sports, a lot of upsets, a lot of happy games, a lot of crazy stuff. I want to go, before I even get to professional baseball, basketball, football, et cetera, FSU.
Oh yes,
Let's stop playing around. FSU is not.
Yeah.
Nobody's showing them love.
Wow. I see Raymond getting real quiet over there.
Undefeated.
I mean,
Quarterback did get hurt.
yeah.
Go ahead, Raymond. Let me hear your
Talk to
dispute.
me.
I mean.
I'm not an FSU fan.
Well, I am.
I'll say that first. But I'm going to give the committee some bail here.
What?
They had a very difficult decision here. You have 5 power conferences, gentlemen.
Got it.
You only have 4 spots.
Got it.
So, in my opinion, I actually think Georgia got screwed.
You think so?
Yes, they went 29-1, Darwin. Back-to-back champions, and they get left out. I get it. You know, yes, FSU went undefeated.
Yes.
But you do that off the table so easily, bro.
Yes.
That's what I feel like the commission did. Like you having a season of undefeated season in college football is something.
It is something
is,
big. And any conference.
Any conference.
Yes,
Any
but
conference.
okay, you had 4 people who won the conferences, Darwin. You had Alabama, you had
Alabama's
Oregon.
always winning.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
They could have at least
And
get
they
one
beat
year.
they beat the national champs. So what were you going to do?
I mean, I'm not a King. I'm not a. Let me say that again. I'm not a FSU fan. I'm a Kings fan. Big shout out to the Kings. You already know the U's here representing. My niece, my niece is about to hold the flag up real quick soon. What up, Soraya?
I'm upset. But I still love
I
you.
love her.
girl.
I love her. She's about to go to the University of Miami. Hold it down.
It's crazy. Let me pause. Get back to you there. I'm an FSU fan, and my daughter's a Gators fan now.
No. She's a Kings fan.
She's a Kings fan.
There you go.
Apologize. She's a Kings fan.
'Cause I can't stand
I
Gators.
will have to represent the U due to my daughter wise.
Yeah.
Shout
House
out
divided.
to Soraya.
Shout
House
out.
divided.
For sure.
What's your take on this, Darwin?
You know what? I can't. What I want to say, I can't say it on the.
This is a family environment.
We're gonna have to make it explicit. If we have
I don't want to say
Family
it.
show.
But yeah, man, it's tough to see that. As far as an FSU fan, I would love. I mean, don't get us wrong. There's a lot of undefeated teams there. It looks good. To get screwed out, I would just basically. I don't know. I would put undefeated team who's trying to get in play
for sure
to win the spot.
Yeah.
Okay, so you would have put all four.
I'll put all four
undefeated.
Undefeated to see who takes that one spot.
Yeah.
If it makes sense.
Okay, so you would have left Alabama out. Then you're saying
Well, if they
one
were on
loss.
top, huh?
they had one loss,
Then they should be
Why
out.
not? Why?
but they won the SEC
What's
championship.
that got to do with anything?
You got a loss, kid.
That's the best conference in
We're
college
talking
football.
about undefeated right now.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, that the title
They
of
beat
undefeated.
the champs.
Yeah, I understand.
I get it.
Yeah, a lot of people beat the champs these days. Look at freaking Kansas City.
Back-to-back champs, not just the champs. They back-to-back. They
Yeah,
won.
but they had one loss,
Yeah.
bro. In my opinion, I want to see teams that have a record
Okay.
that reflects.
What about the fact that FSU did not have their best player? He was hurt. Think about
this
that.
is the other
good.
thing. I mean, but that's the thing. That one player doesn't make a whole team for me. Like, I don't care how great you are.
That's the most important player on the position, Bobby. I mean, on the team.
He was a quarterback, right?
Yes, he's the best player.
But who wins championships?
You got to have a good quarterback.
Who wins championships?
The team, but
Who wins championships? Defense wins championships. The team, not just an individual. I get it.
And the other thing too, what the committee said is they felt that FSU would not win.
You can't. You see, this is the thing. When you're in a dogfight, you don't know who's going to come out of it. Just
Right.
because I perform like this or this conference, I'm in a dogfight. These boys are from Florida. They play different.
Third string quarterback, Bobby.
They're in a dogfight, bro.
It happens. It happens in the NFL too.
Does, but I mean, they just didn't want what happened last year. Remember, TCU got blown out. They were like, we don't want this again.
So now we're making decisions on ratings and unexpected or unknown outcomes because they don't know what the outcome is.
That's
Especially
true.
FSU competing for a championship. They
You're
haven't
right.
been at that table in a minute.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's a
Since
big
Bobby.
program. You are correct. I feel
Since
bad
Bobby
for them.
Knight.
Huh?
I think since Bobby.
Yeah,
Knight.
since Bobby.
I
Yeah.
feel bad. I feel bad for the kids. Yeah. Well, you know, aren't they changing it next year to 12 teams?
Yeah,
next
that-
year.
yeah.
I don't even know. They
Yeah.
change some shit every single year. I can't keep
Well,
up.
sorry for all the FSU fans. I know Mel is out there. What up, Mel? The Dixon family. What's good with y'all?
What up?
But hey, you win some, you lose some. Go out there and perform and hold it down. Make them wish they made the wrong decision. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So what's up? What else we got in the news today, player?
NFL. Anybody seen the game last night between the Bills? Cincinnati and Dre
No, I didn't catch it last night. bro.
Jaguars.
No, I didn't. No.
Yeah.
You caught it? It was a good
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
a good game.
Yes.
I was in the
Actually,
bakery.
I was in fantasy and I needed Jamal Chase to blow up.
Oh,
So he did his job. He did his job. I turned off the game at the beginning of the fourth quarter. I was like, yo, this shit is getting intense. This is crazy. Jamal's not giving me my points. And I was like, damn. I go to sleep. I come back awake. I'm winning in every fantasy. I said, what just happened?
What
Jamal's
happened?
giving me 25 plus.
wow!
I felt
In the
real
fourth
good
quarter, he
about-
killed it, huh?
I'm talking about crazy shit. But it was a good game, man. That's a
Yeah.
good game.
I'm very happy. I wanted the Jaguars to lose. Now the Dolphins are at the top of the AFC.
Yo, the Dolphins are looking really good, player. I mean, I don't know if you've seen it, but what I see, they're definitely giving a
I
run
got
for
another
it.
question for you and Darwin.
What's
So
up?
regarding the Dolphins and NFL MVP, let me ask you guys a question.
Okay.
A non-quarterback has not won the MVP since, I don't know, like Adrian Peterson or whatever. Tyreek Hill, the cheetah, is on pace to do first time in history 2,000 yards. If he gets 2,000 yards, which has never been done, you guys think he should be MVP? Because they've never given it. It's always a quarterback, but this is going to be something. He's on pace. This has never been done before. I mean, just wanted to get your feedback on that.
I mean, you know, I'm a Dolphins fan, so
shit, this is gonna be
you
great.
know, I'm supporting all endeavors and everything Dolphins. Cheetah is one of those that when we got him on the roster, we knew what we got. I mean, he was at Kansas City, right? Running like crazy over there.
Yep.
And all you got to do is put the ball up in the air, and this cat can find it. There was one catch that he did this turnaround look like he lost the ball, found it, and made a touchdown. Does he deserve it? Hell yeah. Especially if you're breaking a record like that.
Will they give it to him, though? I don't think they will.
Now you're talking politics stuff,
Yes.
right?
Darwin, what do you think?
Well, who's in the roundup for quarterback besides Patrick.
Who's in the run?
As in what, for MVP?
Yeah.
I think the only, let me answer your question. The only way Tyreek will get that award, listen to me very carefully, if they win in the championship.
So if the Dolphins win,
It's
definitely
given before that, though, isn't it? The MVP
yes,
is given
but I
before
think
that.
they already have their selection of who is going to be the candidate, and at the end of the day, if he in the wild card or playoff, if they lose, they will not give it to him. Let's be
Yeah.
realistic. You
Yeah.
have to make it to the championship, and then they're gonna be like, okay, you know what? Yes, we're gonna give it to Tyreek. He did this, he did that. But let's say they get knocked down in the second round.
Yeah.
That conversation is completely gone.
I think that should be separate. MVP and the regular season, that should be separate. That's just my opinion.
So what do you think, Raymond? I know
I
you
think if something has never been done before, you should be the MVP.
for sure.
Yeah.
Especially at that performance level.
2,000 yards. It's never been done.
Yeah.
Period.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Shout
And
out to Tyreek getting
Yeah.
over there.
Big shout out to Cheetah. Thank you for coming down south.
Yeah.
Player.
Thank you, Casey.
Thank you, Casey. thank you for finding your way down south, player. All right, so that's NFL. Sounds like Darwin's fantasy. How about your fantasy, Raymond? How's your
My
fantasy?
fantasy,
You stopped mentioning it after last week, bro.
I'm done. I'm on an 8-game losing streak, so
8-game losing streak.
Probably
That's
like-
tough.
That's why he hasn't mentioned it yet. That's
I
why.
understand.
Yeah, I understand.
I'd be upset too.
Yeah.
I'd be upset too. Last thing, but before we get into sponsoring, in tournament garbage basketball is almost done. Thank God, because I couldn't fucking see.
Wow.
I don't know if you see the in tournament how that is. So you have these certain teams that are in tournament to play basketball, but do you see how they dress the court? Completely. Like you can't even see the court. There's so much crap going on.
Oh, you mean the colors?
The colors, yes.
Well, what the heck is that? I seen them playing on like an orange basketball, a blue basketball court. Is that like the new?
That's to let you know who's in tournament and who's not in tournament.
interesting.
Oh,
Okay.
so that you know which play or which.
Which teams are in
I don't get that because I almost seized up when I saw it. Like literally, my eyes just couldn't even take the color scheme.
Who's leading the tournament, Darwin?
if I'm not mistaken, I think is shit. I don't even know to tell you the truth.
And does this count as your regular season, or is
It's
it just
regular
separate?
season.
No,
Regular
like
season.
okay.
It's just regular seasons for everybody to go see the games and stuff like that. And
Okay.
then there is, I don't know, man. It's weird. It's the first time. I guess they want people, like I said before, they just want people.
Oh, here goes the bracket. I just pulled it up right here.
Yeah, but let me show you this here real quick.
That basketball court.
The basketball court, how it looks on. So everybody can look at.
So tell me a little bit how this tournament works, Raymond.
It's basically an in-season tournament. Like
Yes.
Darwin said, they're just trying to get viewers to pay attention to basketball throughout the whole year. Because normally, basketball fans, we don't care about basketball until after the Super Bowl.
For sure.
With this tournament, it keeps your eyes on the season all year. So this is what the NFL is trying to copy off of soccer, where soccer does these tournaments, these little in-season things. So this is kind of what it is. So
Yeah.
that's kind of what I know about it.
So the one you're looking at right now, that is Denver Nuggets in there. But if you go back one page,
I got you.
go see right under OKC, right under it, right there, right there.
Yeah.
there. Look at the court.
Yeah.
Like I can't see nothing.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's-
And then they try to put the players almost with the same color. I'm like, bro, like seriously?
You can't even catch the game.
Yeah.
you know, I'm going to give the NBA a pass. They're trying something new. You know? And look, also, the All-Star game, Darwin, is going back to West and East.
No way.
Yes, finally got rid of that garbage with the, so give them a chance. I'm giving them a chance.
Raymond said, give
One
him a
last
chance.
little NBA nugget. Did you guys see that? Sorry, I'm completely butchering this coach's name. Ame Udoka, the Houston coach. Did you see that? Where he got into
Oh,
a
the
little-
incident he had with the Lakers.
with the LeBron. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, I seen it.
What's your take on that?
Me?
Yeah.
Hey, he's a soft ass bitch. Exactly.
I mean, all right, well,
Coach
now we know how Darwin feels.
Yeah.
You tell me before I get into it, because I can go into more in depth with it.
I
But
mean, why is a coach getting into it with a player telling him to stop acting like a, bitch? I mean, I think that's a little bit uncalled for. That's me, but I'm a Lakers fan. I'm a LeBron fan, but
that makes a lot of sense now.
I mean, there's no bias,
right?
No, but I mean, come on, what? I mean, and all LeBron said is don't use that language. That's all LeBron said to him. He said to LeBron, "Stop acting like a bitch," and LeBron said, "Don't use that language," and rightfully so. He got ejected. Come on,
both got ejected.
No, the coach got ejected.
Just the coach.
LeBron got ejected.
No.
Yeah, it looks like it's just ejected after jaw dropping situation. That's what it says.
I mean, come on. Yeah.
But the coaches are just as much into the game too. I mean, it's not like they're not like really into it. So their emotions are in it and stuff like that.
Why would a coach tell, AKA the king, to start acting like a soft ass bitch?
Okay, I mean,
let's be realistic here.
You can go about it a different way.
See, Darwin's trying to rehash something out. You see, I
when
didn't
you
catch
say
it.
that the word "bitch" to a grown man, that's kind of like
facts.
That's disrespectful.
I hear you.
Facts.
You're 110% correct. But again, why would a coach tell him he's a? Is he almost done? Is that what it means?
That's.
Does that means that he's not able to do it?
Darwin's reading way too much into it, bro.
I like this. I like this rivalry going forward. So yeah.
No, I was hoping you was gonna mention something about MJ real quick. Because
No.
MJ would have never complained about that. MJ would have scored 40 and licked in your face. Let's be realistic. And then he'll come back to you and say, "Don't ever talk to me like that again."
Yeah, I mean, plus this type of thing is like, unfortunately, you can't do anything nowadays and not get caught, and or like those kind of conversations happen all the time on the court.
Everything's a fine.
Players talking to each other, talking ish on the football field. You can just imagine the type of conversation.
Everything is a fine.
Yeah, so he just got caught up. His emotions got over up. He's definitely going to pay a fine for it. And we'll hear in other people's podcasts them talking about it for a few moons now. So, wow. But y'all little thing y'all got going on, I can't wait. I can't wait.
I'm ready right now. You ready right now?
No, I need a rain check.
Raymond don't want the fire alarm.
Oh, shit. I hear you.
All right.
Yeah, other than that, I agree. He shouldn't have said that, to tell you the truth. He should have came a little bit better, more professional, more. But again, why is the grown ass man calling somebody else something?
Hey. That's all I'm saying. Show respect where you get respect when you show respect. So
I hear you. I hear you. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, special shout out to Marvelous Creations. That's one of our sponsors. She is having a nice, beautiful cake show. If you guys want to go see her in Meisner Park Amphitheater over there in Boca Raton, it's called the Boca Holiday Festival. It is on December 9th and the 10th. Tickets is $15. $15. And if you act right, you might see us there.
For sure, the tech house is going to be in the house. Big shout outs to
special shout out. Yeah. So special Marvelous Creations. Go over there, taste out. There's going to be other vendors there too. If you guys don't have time, just go out and show some love and support.
Yeah, for sure. The Tech Hustle will be on the scene, and big shout outs again to Marvelous Creation. And Marvelous Creations has been one of our main sponsors since day one.
Yeah. Shout out again, Marvelous Marlene. We're here. Get your orders in.
Get your orders in. All right, y'all. I think we come into the closing part of our show here. Cue the music up a little bit. Let me see if I can get my mind in the right frequency here. Big shout outs to everybody. D Hustle's hold it down. As always, my man. Raymond, don't call him Ray. Let's see. What up, player?
Always dropping those nuggets.
We appreciate those nuggets for you, my man.
We know he's a Lakers fan. Dolphins fan.
And if y'all waiting to see how this is gonna turn out, Jordan against LeBron, that's D Hustle against Raymond, don't call him Ray. Tune in because we got it coming up. It's locked in. We'll get it all cleared up. But much love to everybody. We really appreciate you. I want to put in a few plugs real quick. We mentioned earlier that we are on all podcast platforms.
All of them.
On podcasts, on Apple, on Spotify, on Google, on any of those platforms, we can be found there. Just look up the Tech Hustle. We already got a few episodes out there, and we're definitely going to be holding it down. Another big plug is our YouTube channel. So we'll be posting on YouTube every episode. So come and check us out, subscribe, and get connected because we're building a community and we really want to see y'all there for sure. And then the last community plug. the last big community plug is we are on Discord. We're actually on Discord all the time. We hold it down on Discord. It's where our community hangs out. And if you want to follow along while we recording this podcast, every Tuesday?
Yeah.
10:30 a.m.
Sharp.
We're hanging out here in Discord, hosting a podcast. Come and check us out and definitely get connected. All right, you all. So this is wrapping us up for episode 4. No, I gotta say it right. Darwin said you gotta say it right.
Say it right.
Season number 2, episode 4.
And more to come.
No doubt. It's the Tech Hustle. Holla at your boy. It's Bobby D.